Hi, good morning. This is Paul Slakis. I'm speaking to Dr. Shelley Thun. Hi, how are you?
Good, thanks. How are you?
Okay, and AJ Patel. Is that right?
Yes. Hi, Paul.
Hi, how are you? We're gonna talk about Survivorship Today. Series explores the realities of life within cancer and on 2020. Well, are either of you survivors?
I am, Paul. AJ Patel.
Mm-hmm. Right. And so tell us a little bit about what happened to you, how you got diagnosed, and how are things today. And I am sorry to hear that happened to you, and I pray that all will continue to be well.
Sure. Thank you for your kind words, Paul. I was diagnosed in August 2013, and I've been through the typical battery of treatments that a cancer survivor or patient can go through. And I've humbled and fortunate to partner with Bristol Myers Squibb on this Survivorship Today program. Today, Paul, people are living longer and longer with the advent of medical technology. So people are surviving longer than ever anticipated. And while that's absolutely incredible, and I'm always on cloud nine because of that, my cancer has not gone away. It's still here today. It's a reality. And so for me, each day brings elements of physical, psychological, and emotional challenges which are not understood and seen by people in general. And those that are in my condition are really going through what I call silent suffering. And Survivorship Today sheds a light on that silent suffering piece, which is so misunderstood.
Well, okay, all righty. Actually, I'm a cancer survivor myself. So this is true. This is not an easy thing to live with, and a concern that it might come back in some other area as well. Would you say that's true, AJ?
That is so absolutely true, Paul. Once you have cancer, and especially in my condition where I'm an advanced stage cancer survivor, it had metastasized to the brain and other places. And there's that, every day there's that fear, there's that anxiety that really is leaning on that suffering that goes on every day internally, that this will return. When will it return? What will it be like? What will the treatment be like? And living with that on a daily basis is really difficult to deal with emotionally and psychologically.
No, okay. Well, thank you very much for coming out and to the world to share your life scenario, and it's very honorable of you. And Shelley Fold-Nasso is the CEO of the National Coalition for Cancer Survivors, and NCCS. And Shelley, thank you for doing what you're doing. Tell us about the coalition, please.
Well, thank you. So the National Coalition for Cancer Survivorship was founded in 1986 by a group of cancer survivors who really, there wasn't even a concept of cancer survivorship at that time. People were still considered victims, and they didn't want to be called victims anymore. And they said that someone should be considered a cancer survivor from the moment of diagnosis, and that as people were starting to survive their cancers, we needed to really think about what is life like for people living with and after cancer. And so one of the things that we did this year, and we're grateful to Bristol Myers Squibb for their support, is conducted a survey, the 2020 State of Cancer Survivorship Survey, and we surveyed cancer survivors around the country, all different demographics and ages and different types of cancer, to understand what their concerns were and their challenges both during and after cancer treatment. And we heard a lot of what you heard from AJ, that people are getting help with the physical side effects of their cancer from their care team, but they're really not getting the help that they need to deal with some of the mental health issues, the fear, the anxiety, the depression, and also fatigue was a big issue that that cancer survivors expressed. And only about a third of survivors are talking with their doctors about fatigue, anxiety, and depression, even though those are the most common concerns that they have. And then also, only about half of the cancer survivors that we surveyed said they felt very prepared for life after treatment. And part of that is, cancer is such a challenging treatment, and you're seeing your doctors and nurses on a regular basis. And then when you complete treatment, you're sort of set off into the world to live your life, but you don't feel prepared for the challenges that you're going to face going forward. And only 17% of the survivors said they got a post-treatment cancer survivorship plan that would really help give them the tools they need to manage their health going forward. So those were some of the things that we heard from cancer survivors, and it's really resonates with what AJ describes about his own experience and the silent suffering.
So let me ask you a question. Is that, to me, sort of we have lots of different kinds of doctors, right? And we have therapists. We have other areas of mental concerns and physical concerns even. Is that a thing of a doctor? Is that a cancer doctor that starts to tell me, these are kind of emotional concerns? Was there anything in that regard? Is this the right doctor to talk to? Or should we be going to somebody else?
Well, I think mental health providers are very important for cancer patients to have access to, but a lot of times they're not, their cancer care team is not necessarily asking them about these issues and helping direct them to those resources. So it ends up putting the burden on the cancer patient to really figure out all the people that they need to help them, and there's not as much coordination of their care between all the different providers that are helping them.
Right. That's what I'm wondering about.
Yeah.
Thank God for each one of these skills, and because each one then learns more about the other one. So AJ, today, what's going on with you? Are you working? How are you dealing with it? Would you say?
It's been a really long journey, Paul, and it's taken an enormous hill that I've climbed. It feels like I've climbed Mount Everest to really conquer managing and handling cancer on a daily basis. And so today I would say it's a great day to be alive. Just so blessed. I wake up every morning, oxygen starts flowing, and I think, wow, what a beautiful day it's going to be. And I urge your viewers, listeners, to go to survivorship.com, survivorshiptoday.com, to learn more information where they can hear stories, and it can lead to a call for action and resources. Thank you so much for having me.
Okay. And Shelley, on that's your website, right?
That is the Survivorship Today, is where there's resources for cancer survivors and people like AJ sharing their story. And then also our organization's website is canceradvocacy.org, and that's where you can learn more about survivorship and also how to become an advocate for people living with cancer.
Thank you so much for having us, Paul. We really appreciate it.
Canceradvocacy.org. Okay. All right. Thank you very much. Take care.
Thank you.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.